Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we're going to give you a special Valentine's Day love card reading. So your name and info will be confidential. I will only go over what you've sent me, the information you want me to focus on. So we're going to start off with some clearing out the energy with some sage. So your name and information will be confidential. I'm going to start clearing out the energy now. I'm going to do a quick little prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth that is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. We ask universe and spirit guides and angels of this client I'm focused on to reveal to her now what she needs to know in this present time. I ask spirit guides of mine to help me interpret the information to her in the best of my abilities, and that the information that comes through may come through as accurate, specific, and detailed as possible. I am now open to spirit as well, so any healing, guiding messages from spirit, I'm open to receive. Anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in this reading, as I ask to receive information from God's pierced intention and God's white light. Thank you. Alright, so let's begin shuffling your cards now, hon. I'm going to go over the questions you have. So I'm going to start off first with this deck. It's called the Lenormand deck. It's a fortune-telling deck. It works like tarot. It's just not as detailed in the photos, but there's symbols, and I go through with the impressions I receive when I read your cards, and I will also mix and match with tarot and some angel cards as well. So let's see here. You have your information here says, I would just kindly request some regarding insight on my current relationship. I feel like the current relationship I'm in is not for my higher good. I don't know if this is just a phase, but this feeling of doubt has been actually going on for years now. It's important to note that I think I'm spiritually awakening, I've been seeing all these numbers just to give you an idea. Also would like to know if my twin soulmate is out there in the horizon. So in regards to your second question, most definitely the numbers you're receiving are always, when they come through in sequence or repetitive numbers, it has to do with the universe and your guides letting you know that you're in the right place at the right time. But it's also happening as well to let you be aware of your reality, to be aware of everything around you. But it's always their way of letting you know they're with you. You're not alone. There's no need to have fear of the future, fear of certain things. And I've noticed as well, like when you have a specific question or when you're waiting for some answer, a lot of the times those numbers can come up a lot afterwards or a little bit later. So again, it's a confirmation that they're hearing you, hearing your prayers, hearing what you're requesting, and letting you know that you're in that place where you're getting to that point of being in alignment with yourself, but they just want you to be aware of your reality, and it's most definitely a spiritual awakening, because that's how it starts. And then afterwards you start receiving actual real signs, like specific things like symbols, synchronicities, where you're like, I just thought about that yesterday, and then it just happened today. You know what I mean? So your psychic ability will increase, as well as your intuition with communicating with your higher self as well. So let's tune into this relationship here, as I have his name that you gave me, and I'm going to just tune into his name and your name here. Let's see what I pick up with this, and then I'll do a love spread with the tarot. Alright, so we're going to start off with a Lenormand deck. As I tune into your energy, hun, I do feel like you have a lot of good energy. You come from a good place, a kind place, a place of love, a place of sincere love. I feel like you dream a lot. You're a dreamer. You dream about sometimes a different life that you can live. Dreaming. I feel like also you dream about like um, the way you want to live your life, and you maybe feel stuck or you feel like you're not in that kind of place, but you still want to manifest and dream and um, have these things flow into your life. As I see this here, I feel like you come from, if anything, I don't know if you come from a religious background or you just have a lot of faith, but the cross comes through. So for me, it means like maybe you come from a background of just always knowing that you have to do the right thing, and um, there's right and wrong and things, and you're just realizing that with your situation, with your relationship. The clover means a lot of luck, a lot of good luck. You have a lot of good karma, I'm picking up. And then the lily usually means some form of planning or self exploring. Like there's this need to plan ahead or this need to really look into your relationship and really reevaluate it but to do it on a deeper level where you're able to then um, put action into it and not just keep it suppressed, if that makes any sense. I do have here the moon, so it can mean fear, that you have fear holding you back, but the stars come through, so it's like this constant faith and hope that you think or you feel that will get better or things will change and things won't always be like this. I think that's what you're holding on to, that faith and hope that you feel like things can change and things can get better, but it's like that deep knowing that you know that it's maybe not, and you that scares you. But I don't feel like this relationship will last. I'm not sure if you're married, or you are. If you're, there's this feeling that maybe that you guys have been together for. Obviously, I know you said you've been together for a long time already, for some years. So I don't know if you're married, but I'm getting like a very just connected feeling. Like either you're married or you live together, or there's just a very closeness. Like so, it's been a while. There's history, but I'm not feeling. I feel like this relationship will not be a long-term relationship. I do feel like eventually it will transition. As I see this death card here, the coffin represents transition. So it's up to you in the end. The future's never set in stone. It's more of like it's written in pencil, but there's this energy that's coming through that it's not going to be a long-term relationship and there will be some form of transition from the relationship. The only thing is that the longer you wait, the worse it'll get. That's the energy I get. The longer you wait, the worse it'll get, and it'll be very hard for you. I think it's hard for you already, but it'll just fall apart in a more catastrophic way. So I'm going to pull out now the tarot cards and tune into what he's feeling and what you're feeling and what the main outcome, even though I know there's going to be eventually a transition, but let's tune into that with the tarot now. We'd like to know about her current relationship and some insight about her relationship with her partner. Wow, very, very, very intense cards. Um, so let's start off with what you're feeling, hun. So there's definitely a sense of defeat, a sense of hurt from the relationship. Um, I do feel like your emotions are very overwhelmed with all this. I feel like since suppressing and holding on to this for so long, emotionally, you're just bombarded with emotions about this. As that's what the Ace of Cups is coming through as. Like, it's just, there's a lot of emotion with this. And it's like you're losing your balance with this, and it's not good because you're not balancing yourself out due to the fact that this relationship is not for your highest good, as you know this already. Seems like to me you know a breakup is needed, you know, like you need to transition out of this because look, the death card came in again. But the fact that it's reversed, it means that you're not accepting this transition. You're not willing to accept the fact that there needs to be a transition. It's very difficult for you to accept that. And then as I look at your partner's cards, I do feel like he feels comfortable with you. So again, this can be due to having soul, like having past lives with him. But the fact that it's not of your highest good, it can mean that in the past, in those past lives, you went through a lot of lessons with him, very difficult lessons that it's just colliding now with your current life with him. This card represents a breakup, so it does mean that there's a possible breakup, and I feel like eventually, I think he's aware that that is needed as well, but he doesn't want to accept it either. So there is definitely a form of disharmony in the relationship between you two. So I don't see a long-term relationship here. Um, but I do see here your partner reminisces on the past a lot, so he holds on to the past a lot. I see here, so it's hard for him to move forward. He's very stuck, and I think you're tired of it, and you've been tired of it. The Hierophant comes through, so for me that means like all of this is meant to be. Everything's happening for a reason. It's like it's all part of spiritual growth, you know. You had to meet him. You had to go through this as a lesson. It was part of your spiritual growth, but you need to learn from this lesson instead of dwelling on it and having it repeated over and over and going around in circles over and over in a negative pattern. Now that the outcome of this itself, it's saying that a break is needed. Maybe you need to take a break. Maybe you don't need to end it, but maybe you can take a break just to see how that feels. But you're not willing to accept this break. It's like it's hard for you to accept this break, but your guides are saying that break is needed. You need to recharge your batteries, find a way to take care of yourself. You know, you need to take care of yourself. You can't always put your attention towards this person or the situation itself because then you're going to lose yourself. And again, that focuses again on the balance part of it. So your guides, as an insight, as a message, they're saying a break is needed. Maybe a break is needed because it'll let you feel like you can separate yourself, that you have a mind of your own. I do see a codependency here, so I think that's why it's been hard for you to let go. So I don't know if you know what codependency means, but it means when you're just very attached to a person and it's hard for you to you're just dependent on them in many ways, not just physically, but it can be an emotional thing, and you're scared to be alone or any of these reasons. And it's kind of like probably a toxic thing, if anything. So it's all part of your growth, your guides are saying, and it's all part of lessons that you have to learn, that you must learn on your own. Again, I can't tell you what to do, but I can give you this clarity and advice that is needed. So I'm going to ask this last question that you have, which is, I would like to know if my twin soulmate is out there in the horizon or if I've ever met them. So let's ask that question. Again, the partner you're with, he is a soulmate, but a soulmate that you've gone through lessons with and you're still going through lessons with. We all have more than one soulmate. Twin flames are usually just one, but sometimes a twin flame can be in another lifetime, so possibly we never meet them. But we all have more than one soulmate. So I'm going to ask this question, meaning the person that you're meant to be with in this lifetime. Have you ever met them? Or if they are still out there or near in the future. Has she met her long-term partner yet? Has she met her long-term partner yet? Alright, let's see here. The cards are just still talking about him. I see dishonesty from him too, so maybe he's not honest with you, probably lies, sneaky, there's dishonesty on his part as well. I feel like he lies or tries to get away with things. So let's see here. I'm gonna Is there an actual long-term partner for her, soulmate, twin flame out there still for her or near her future? So your cards are saying yes. As the Wheel of Fortune came out, that means like destiny and fate. This person is out there, and they're in this lifetime with you. So they are saying yes. I'm feeling it wouldn't take that long for you to find them, but they're just saying like you still have to go through these lessons and understand these lessons that you're going through with this person before anything could happen. Now, but they're saying this person is existing, this person does exist. I have a weird feeling that you possibly, the thing is, I feel like there was a person that you thought was your soulmate, and I think this was before, this is somebody way in the past, but um, I feel like this person, you've never met them. I don't think you've met this person just yet, but there's this other person that I don't know if it was before this current partner you have now that you thought they were. I don't know. There's just something about that, but I'm not sure. I'm just feeling there was somebody you thought they were, your soulmate or your twin flame, and then maybe it didn't work out, or I don't know what exactly happened. I don't feel like it's the same person you're with now, but they're telling me they were, but they weren't like that long-term person, they're saying. But the actual long-term like soulmate, I don't feel like they're gonna be your twin flame, but I feel like they'll be a long-term soulmate that you'll like grow with. They do exist, and I don't see it taking that long for you to meet them, but I do see that you will not meet them until the lessons are learned from this situation. And then I'm also picking up that you've never met them. You've never met this person. This is another person you will meet. Um, but no, none of this could happen until all these lessons are learned from this current relationship your guides are telling me. Okay, hon? So I'm gonna pull out an angel tarot card for you now, and then I will end your reading here. All right, let's ask this question. What does she need to know? Spiritual message for now for this client of mine. Oh, look how beautiful. So you got the Sun, which is the most positive card in the whole tarot deck. So your card says, happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success, have confidence in yourself. So even though you're going through all this, hon, even though you've been going through this whole journey with this current relationship, your outcome in the end is going to be positive. Like you are going to meet that person, the right person in this lifetime. You are going to get out of this situation and you will learn the lessons you have to learn. So there is a positive future for you. There is a positive outcome for you, and you don't always have to feel like this, hon. So no, there's good energy for you in the future ahead. But once you learn these lessons and once you really come to term with what you've been facing. So I'm gonna end your reading here, my love. I very much hope you enjoyed this, as it was a pleasure. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. I'm always here for you if you have any specific questions, if you want me to check up on any energy or vibration, like in the next month, next couple of weeks. That is what I'm here for. I also give spirit communication readings if you're interested in communicating with someone in spirit or interested in knowing who's around you in spirit. I give 1 hour sessions over the phone. It's $75, and I also, it's a combination, so I tune into your life as well. But I get more into detail, and then I use spirit, any loved ones that are passed in spirit, to bring those messages forth for you. So if you're interested in that, you could private message me as well and let me know. But other than that, I'm here for you, and many blessings your way. And namaste. Bye now.